Chris Kelly with your overhead squat FMS corrective exercise. Alright, so we're going to start out with some foam rolling drills to help to loosen up the muscles. And our first exercise is to foam roll the feet. Alright, so with this, what I'm doing is I'm just standing on the tennis ball here. I'm just rolling up and down, shifting all my weight onto my foot here, pressing into any spots where I feel kind of tension or soreness or anything that is lumpy. Just trying to depress those spots. Those are trigger points. And we want to spend about 30 to 60 seconds trying to depress anywhere that we feel kind of a kink or tension. Alright, in total I want you to do 30 rolls for each of these areas, just up and down. You would switch feet, and then we're going to move to the calf. Alright, and for the calf what I'm doing is I'm turning my foot out to get the lateral calf. I'm spinning about 10 rolls here, rolling from the base of the Achilles up to the knee, looking for any kind of tight spots that I'm feeling here. And if I do feel a tight spot, I'm just pressing down. Again, I'm spending about 30 to 60 seconds trying to get rid of that. Then I'm going to move to the middle here. Just trying to roll up and down. 10 rolls. Once again, looking for those trigger points. Finishing up with the medial calf, the inside of the calf, turning my foot in. Alright, now from here, we are going to move into, let's see, what are we moving into? The quad. Alright, with the quad, I'm just going to take the roller, put it on the front of my leg here. I'm keeping the other leg off to the side here to help to propel this up and down. I'm just pressing into this thing, pushing up and down for 30 rolls. Alright, once I get done here, we're going to finish up with the lower back. Okay, so with this, what I'm doing is I'm just putting my hands here, just rolling up and down the lower back. Alright, these are called the paraspinal muscles. And these really get tight when we're using our back when we're squatting down. So we want to do some stuff to relax this. I'm just rolling over these muscles. Again, 30 rolls, you'll feel like brand new after that one, I promise you. So once you get done there, we're going to go into what is called a hip flexor stretch. Alright, so what I'm doing here, I'm just holding a box or something that I can prop my feet up on. Putting the back foot here, getting one foot in front, leaning forward until I feel a stretch in this leg. Twisting in, holding for 60 to 90 seconds. From here, we're going to go into a calf stretch. So I'm just going to sit up against the wall, press my heel into the ground, hold for 60 to 90 on each side. Alright, and move into our next stretch. To intensify this stretch, you can just lean in a little bit, kind of bring the knee in, and just hold here. Alright, from there, we are going into, let's see, where are we going into? A chest stretch. Okay, so for the chest stretch, you can do this in a doorway. I'm just going to use this post here. I'm just twisting in until I feel a stretch here in my chest. Just holding 60 to 90 seconds, finishing up with what is called a doorway latch stretch. Alright, so holding onto the doorway, just lean in until you feel a stretch here in the outer back, and just hold for prescribed time. Alright, now for our corrective exercises, we just have 2 drills that I really want you to focus on here. Alright, our first exercise is what is called an ankle drive. Okay, so I'm bringing one foot off the ground here. I'm just trying to drive my heel into the wall. All right, what I'm thinking about doing is getting a stretch here in the Achilles tendon. So I'm bringing my, kind of turning up here towards the ceiling until I feel a stretch back here. You can also do this on the floor simply by coming in, bringing the knee forward and back here. Okay, but in either case, this back leg should bend if you're doing it this way. You're trying to just touch the wall, leaning forward and coming back, holding and coming back. You should feel this in the back of your heel here. If you're feeling it, I guess, in the front, just kind of maybe if you're doing this, bring the knee up a little bit higher, or just kind of lean back just a tad more, and you'll get a little more in the heel. From there, we are going into what is called a squat stand. Okay, with this, what I'm doing is I'm propping my feet, and my heels up here on a step, a board. And as you get better at this, you can move to the ground, but you can use something like a mat or something that is going to prop the heels up, give you a little bit more mobility here in these ankles. All right, what I want to think about doing, kind of sitting back, touching the ground here, sitting back onto my heels, bringing one hand up, bringing the other hand up, and standing. Okay, so down, sit back, one hand comes up, other hand comes up, stand up. I'm going to do this from the side here just so you can kind of sit into this thing. And as you become better at this, you can use something like a mat or a shorter surface that is progressively lower to the ground until you're able to do this, sit into a deep squat without assistance here. So I want you to reach down, Sit back, think about pushing the knees out. One hand comes up, other hand comes up, and you stand. For those last two exercises, we're going to perform them as a circuit, anywhere from 2 to 3 times, 10 reps each, holding in each position for 1 to 2 seconds, and those are your overhead squat corrective exercises.